in the workplace. And she is known for being a queen of inspiration, a global African queen, global inspirational speaker, award-winning author of Yes You Can and many books, and an author of greatness. She earned her bachelor degree in business management at University of Northampton, United Kingdom. An honorary professor and a counselor at International Internship University, India, an honorary Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling, a Global Light Institute Bible University in Nigeria, and a United Kingdom Counselor of Eagle University, USA. She is a director and CEO of Yes You Can International, Elizabeth Creations, Talkmiss Limited, and Y.Y.C.I magazine. A recipient of multiple awards featured on different TV, radio, magazine, a world greatness book, news, and interviewed by many. An international speaker at Powerhouse Global Summit Dubai, Global Women Business Summit United Kingdom, an International Internship University, Lead Philippines, ACA Global University, Successful World Economy, and World Peace Conference. A writer, an advisor, and advocate of mentor to Y.W.C., an inspirational radio presenter. To every one of us, our students, our next speaker, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas from United Kingdom. Give her a round of virtual applause.
Thank you
Hello,
so
Doctor.
much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you can hear me clearly because I just woke.
Yes,
I just woke
yes.
up. It's just 6 o'clock a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's six o-
in
it's 6 o'clock
United
a.m.
Kingdom.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my friend, Dr. Queen Elizabeth. I know it's very early. You opted to
Yes.
have 2 to 3 p.m. in the Philippines and 6 o'clock a.m. in United Kingdom. Good
Yes.
morning
Good morning.
in
Good
the
morning.
western
Thank you
part of the
so
world.
much.
Right.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Dr. Mario Lozario, the founder of Lead Philippines. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Professor Carl Monaghan, for introducing me. I really appreciate that. I also want to acknowledge my mentor, my boss, my leader, Dr. TPS. I salute you. Good morning.
Namaste,
I,
namaste, namaste. So kind of you.
yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning. I want to say good morning to all our participants, our leaders, our teachers, our speakers, and our lecturers and all our learners. I want to say welcome to this morning, and I want to appreciate the opportunity given to me by Dr. Mario to come and, well, I won't say teach because I'm an inspirational speaker, but I will try my best to be able to say something this morning. So thank you so much for this opportunity. The topic before me this morning is motivation and mental health in workplace. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Lucas from United Kingdom, the founder of Yes You Can International, the award-winning author of a book called Yes You Can, which you can get your own copy from Amazon.com. I'm also a youth mentor and advisor, and also I'm your friend, and also the lead Philippine country head of United Kingdom. So let me just quickly continue with my statement this morning. Motivation is driven first to meet a goal or do something, just as the United Nations set a sustainable development goals in the various areas such as equality, quality education, well-being, and so forth. It is also a process that empowers and guides someone to continue and finish their course or what they have started. We all need motivation in whatever we are doing, in our working place, even at home, in our business, as a leader, as a lecturer or teacher, even as a student, we all need motivation. because someone to continue and finish the course. And at the same time, you can also motivate yourself or motivate myself. So let me share with you quickly 8 Ds of winning ways to motivate yourself and motivate others. The 3 Ds are, the 8 Ds I'll call the dreams, desire, discover, develop, determined, determined and be focused, diligent, be consistent, committed, courageous, disciplined, and manage your emotions, time, and resources. I believe that this is part of motivating one another. So let me just quickly summarize it. Dare to dream, because if you are going to go further, if you are going to progress, you need to dream, and you need to dream big. If your dream doesn't scare you, then you need to dream again, because the dream and the desire is the force behind whatever you are doing as a teacher, as a worker, even as a student. So you need to dare to dream big. When you dream and have a vision, then that is the beginning of your progress. But before you dream, you need to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you will know what you are capable of doing. So your identity is very important. And when you dream and have a vision, it has to be in line with your purpose. So what's your purpose? Or what is your why of wanting to do that job you are doing? Why are you doing that job? Why are you working? Or why are you doing that business? Or why are you studying? Why do you want to become a teacher? So your why must be strong. Because if it's not strong, you will be discouraged on the way to where you are going. Decision. You have to make a quality decision, because without you making a decision, you will depend on others to make decision for you. So you have to have a quality decision of what you want to become. Some of us, for example, we might be first to do a particular career. And in the middle of it, we discourage, we are frustrated, and even self-doubt ourselves. So if we know why we are doing that job, if you know why we are working in a certain place, if you know why you are doing that business, if you know why you are studying the subject you are studying, then that will be enough for you. And it will give you the strength to be able to continue. Sorry about that. Then you need to discover, like I said before, discover who you are, discover the gifts in you, discover your talent, discover who you are, discover what is in you, what's in your hands, what resources do you have. Then you need to develop your gift. Develop your gift, develop your skills, develop your talents, because whatever you become or wherever you find yourself or whatever job you are doing, you can apply those gifts, that talent in where you are working. So, and then you need to determine and focus. If you don't determine, you will be self-doubt. You will discourage, because so many things will come your way. So that is why I say you need to be determined and be focused. If you are not focused, then you will be divided. You will be distracted if you are not focused. That's the time that your friends or your colleagues or your family or your parents will start giving you a second thought. But when you focus and you determine, then you will move forward. Then you need to discipline yourself. Before then, let me say this about diligence. You have to be diligent. When you are diligent and be consistent in one thing you are doing, then you will finish the course. You need to be diligent. You need to be committed to what you are doing. You have to take it as your own responsibility to be diligent, to be committed, and also to be courageous in doing what you are doing, then you need to discipline. Be disciplined in what you are doing. Be disciplined in your workplace. Be disciplined with yourself and manage your emotions, your time, and your resources. So that is 8 3D. That is 8 Ds of winning ways to motivate yourself. Because if you cannot motivate yourself, then you cannot motivate others. And let me say this. Yes, before they motivate you, you also need to put on the courage and then to focus and to work hard and encourage yourself. Because if you don't motivate yourself, you won't perform well in your working place. Because one of the things as well that I will say as yourself, what is the reason doing that job? The why of doing that job is the driving force. And that is the only thing that will encourage you through your adversity, your challenges. Because if your why is not strong enough of doing that job, maybe you see your other friends doing it and you want to do it, or you want to do that business, or you want to study. If your why is not strong, if your why doesn't come from you, then you won't be able to move forward or progress. That is the time you will find yourself copying others. That's the time you'll find yourself fighting each other. That's the time you will find yourself being frustrated. And that's the time you will find yourself in the midst, joining other people and talking against their colleagues or your boss or manager. But when you focus and your why is very strong, then you will continue. Let me continue as well. Before I move forward, let me say this. Mindset is everything. So you need to train your mind. You need to renew your mind. You need to grow your mind. You need to feed your mind. You need to protect your mind. Why? Because mindset is everything. If you are having a, if you are having a fixed mindset, then you will do things according to the policy that's been set beside you. But if you grow your mindset, you will be determined to want to know more outside the box. What did I say about that? They give you a policy, a procedure at work, or you also set up a policy for you to follow. If all what you want to do in that job, in your business, is to follow a policy, then that will not be enough for you to progress and be sustainable. So it is very important. Revisit your goals regularly. What's your goals? In everything you are doing, either you want to become, you want to achieve, and you want to succeed, you need to have a goal. You need to set up a goal for yourself, apart from the policy and the procedures being laid down by your government by your employers, and even by you for your business. So you need to set a goal. And then you need to be renewing and revisiting that goal and make a change. Why do you have to make a change? Because things change. That is why we need to make a change. I believe some of you will believe with me that before COVID, there's a certain way we do things. But then after COVID, things have to change. The way you teach has to change. The way you see things have to change. And the way you want to teach your pupils also needs to change. So the same way with business, the way you have to do things is very different. Take for instance, myself. I mean, in UK, during the COVID, some of us have to work from home, while some of us have to go to work. Some of us have to reduce the hours, while some people have to do extra shift, especially if you are working in the hospital. So you can see that things change. And guess what? Now that we are rounding up the COVID, things are not the same again because things are getting harder and harder. But it will get better. But at the moment, because of the situation, things has gone worse. And we have to reposition ourselves. That is why I am saying that we need to revisiting our goals regularly to make that change, if necessary, to refresh it. So find mentor that has been there, done that, and learn from them. because you cannot do it alone. You don't know it all, and no one is perfect. So you need somebody that has been there, has done it, as successful. You need to move closer to them. If you have to vent events in their lives, in their books, in their tapes, you do it. If you have to draw closer to them or travel from one country to another to sit and listen to them, then you will do it. Because you when they teach you and when they mentor you, you know better, and you won't make the same mistake they made, because they will definitely tell you that life is not easy. They will tell you that it's a process. They will tell you that you fall and rise. They will tell you that you fail, but you succeed. Because when you fail, it's just the beginning for you to rediscover what you are doing and do it in a better way. They will tell you that mistakes is not mistakes, because mistakes is for you to learn from it. Mistakes is an experience, and you can't buy any experience. They might give you lectures. You might go to class for lectures. You might read and research, but experience you cannot replace. So experience is also better. Surround yourself with positive people. After finding a mentor, surround yourself with positive people. You can agree with me in the workplace. A lot of people comes to work for different purpose. Some people maybe they just want to come to work and make money. Some people maybe to make friends. Some people they don't have a choice, so they are stuck in that workplace. Some people want to do the work because they want to add value to it. So you need to look for positive people. Because if you don't look for positive people, when you are surround yourself with negative, all what you will hear is gossip, complaining, and so forth, or lamenting. Some people can say everything about their boss, but they've forgotten that the boss reached somewhere before getting there. They've forgotten that their boss is also an human being like them that decided to get themselves better. They've forgotten that life is a lesson. They've forgotten that. So all what they want to do is blame, complain, lamenting, and even just hanging around doing nothing when they are being paid ending of the month. So surround yourself with like-minded people and positive people. Network, connect, collaborate, and working as a team. Why did I say that? Don't base what you are doing on just their policy. Don't base it on the knowledge you've known in your class. Like, for example, I managed to get a degree in business and management, but everybody knows around me that I am working above the knowledge given to me, above the knowledge being installed in me, even during the time, because I remember that I've been doing business for many years before going to school to study business. So whenever they give us something to do, apart from what they've lectured me about, I also use my experience, and that got me a good grade. So you need to think outside the box, and you need to go out of your way to want to know more about the company, the policy, the procedure, and also know their aims, their missions, and then try to work alongside of that, but then add more value to it. Very, very important. So constantly developing yourself, because when you develop yourself, you are valuable to that company. When you develop yourself, you are valuable to that business you are doing. And when you develop yourself, you are valuable to your co-worker. So it's very important. Now let's talk about mental health matters. Mental health. Each year, 1 in 5 of us experiences a mental health problem. However, Linda Ponderis said, one small crack does not mean that you are broken. It means that you were put to the best and you didn't fall apart. I totally agreed because we are all going through one adversity, challenges, and circumstances beyond on our control that can hinder our performances in our workplace. So what are the points that influences mental health? Emotions, life experiences, upbringing, environment, how we think, and our mindset, how we respond to situations that comes around. The support is not available. The support of maybe counseling, well-being, and mentoring is not there to support us. Then loss of identity, like I said right from the beginning, you're who you are and your purpose, because that can frustrate you. If you don't know who you are and your purpose, then you are just working. And when you are just working, then you will lose interest and you are not focusing. It's very important. Trying to please others. Oh, yes. Most of us want to please others for us to succeed. For example, they will tell you, some people will say, oh, let me work hard so that when the person is around. But when that boss or management is not around, what do? Do you join the chorus of singing, it's not possible, or I can't do it? Do you join the people, the negative people that will be saying, talking against their boss, their management? Or are you ready to just focus and keep carry on with your job? It's very important. And then sometimes trying to please others or being manipulated or controlled, bullied, and abused. These are the things that can cause somebody to influence mental health. And trying to be perfect. Oh, yes, I've done it before. Sometimes I want to please people. Sometimes I want to be perfect. But guess what? I keep failing. I keep hurting myself and I wasn't performing well. So that's one of the things. Because you know what? No one is perfect. No one is perfect. We are all working towards this goal. And we can only get better stage by stage. There is a process in life. So we can get better, but not get perfect. However, no condition is permanent. No condition is permanent. So, but let me put this across you. I got these things about many years ago. One of my mentors says this, and I totally agreed on that. But when we have that in mind, you will see that it will help every one of us. It says, certificates, degrees, gifts, talents, and passions will take you there. That there might be your employment. It can be your business. It can be in a position of leadership. So all these certificates, all these degrees we have, these gifts, they can take us there. All the passions you have, how you've impressed your employer with your CVs and certificates, all these ones will take you there. But guess what? You will only stay there with your attitude, character, and willingness to learn and learn from others. So your attitude, your character, your behavior, your willingness to learn will make you to stay and be sustainable in wherever you find yourself working. It's very important. So let's move on. Knowing who you are and your identity consists of you knowing your strength, your weaknesses, knowing your abilities, your capacity, knowing what you like and enjoy doing, and the one that you are being forced to do. So when you assess all this, and let's raise the standard of your strength, because your strengths will capture all this negativity around you, and you focus on that. Discover your gifts and develop it. Like the Bible says, Your gift will make room for you. The gift you discover and you develop will make room for you. Discover your purpose and your big dream. Like I said right from the beginning, you need to dream big. Have a vision for yourself. Why do you want to work? Why do you want to do business? Why do you want to educate yourself? So when you discover all this, then you can work towards your goal. Have a personal mission yourself so that when you go to work, you are not only going there to work for them to pay you, you are going there to add value. You are going there to solve problem. Like they always say, the more the problem you solve in your workplace, the more you will be paid. That is why the only difference between you and the director is the problem that has been solved. Know your why. Why are you doing what you are doing? Because when your why is stronger enough, then you will enjoy it. Then you can bring more ideas to the table. Then you can perform well in your workplace. So your why must be stronger. Focus on those things you are doing now. Remember, you cannot change the world. You cannot change people, but you can change yourself. And when you improve and change yourself, then you can reflect, you can affect, and you can influence everything around you and everyone around you. So if you are a woman or a man of positivity, and if you are a man that is full of energy to want to do, if you are a man of a like-minded and you have a positive mindset, it will affect and influence everyone in your working place. It's very important. Be true to yourself and be mindful of what you eat, what you wear, and what you do. Say to yourself, I believe that when we really, really focus on ourselves, our identity, our purpose, and you follow the guidelines, and then you are happy yourself, you will see how better and greater you perform in your working place. So let your aim in workplace be a problem solving and adding value to the people. Be kind to one another. Let us not forget that. Because when you are kind to others, others will be kind to you. Whatever you do to others, others will do to you. It's give and take. What you give is what you get. So always be kind in your workplace. And that will even bring happiness in your own side. Because if you are kind to people, if you say good words to people, if you motivate others and influence them and inspire them, then your level of happiness will grow. Very important. So know your limit as well. Know when to say no. Because sometimes we are afraid to say no. Or sometimes we think if you say no, then you will be guilty all the day, and you will be guilty all the days of your life. But you have to learn to say no. Why? Because you cannot please anybody. And you cannot endanger yourself to do everything. And you cannot be everybody. You have to be yourself and be honest to yourself. So if the workload is too much, know the way to prioritize what you can do. And if you cannot do something, don't be afraid to say, no, I can't do it now, but I might be able to do it later. And also build yourself up. Be assertive. There is differences between being assertive and being arrogant. You need to know the difference. When you're assertive to that, your job, assertive to yourself and to people, there's quality in that. It's different from being arrogant, being proud. We have to humble ourselves, but be assertive. Because when you are assertive, then you are focusing and you are working towards a goal. When you are arrogant, nobody will want to work with you. Very important. Self-care matters. Meditate on those positive words and say it constantly to yourself. Being kind requires determination, courage, better understanding, and strength. Let me quickly put this to you. When I say that you have to be assertive and you have to be arrogant, you cannot walk on your own. There is not possible because you don't know it all. But in any workplace, you have to develop the attitude of working with people. That is why they always ask these questions. Do you have good working relationship? That is where you will develop it. When you get on with your co-workers, when you get on with your colleagues, then you will be free from bitterness. Then you'll be free at that moment to work with others. So it's very important that we work together because you cannot work on your own. You don't know it all. While working together as a team, you learn from them, from others, and others learn from you. And togetherness, you work together to achieve the goals. Very important. And sometimes that is where the frustration comes in. Stress, depress comes in because we want to achieve on our own. But it's not possible because you don't know it all. In the process of trying to please the boss, in the process of trying to be perfect, in the process of trying to do it on your own, then you are depressed. Money is not everything. So you need to enjoy your salary. You need to enjoy your time that you're spending with others to work together. Some of us work 12 hours. Some of us work 8 hours. Either 12 or 8, you need to enjoy that atmosphere of working together with others so that you are not depressed. Because you know what? There are so many things that can be around us that can we face every day. Sometimes there is problem at home, and because of what is going on, you also want go to work and there's a problem there. That's where depression starts from. There's a problem at home, there's problem in your workplace. So how do you want to perform? How do you want to enjoy what you are doing? It's very, very good. So better understanding of yourself will enhance your understanding of others. If you can understand yourself, your strengths, your weakness, guess what? That's the time you will see that those other people have strengths. Their strength can be your weakness, and your weakness can be their strength. But when we work together, when we rub hands together, then we achieve together and meet the goal. Learn and practice forgiveness. Yes, people will step on your toes. People will speak bad words, negative words. People will disturb you. They will distract you. They will discourage you. They will disappoint you. But you know what? Always learn easily. I know it's not easy, but learn quickly to forgive and move on. Let go of the grudges because it will not help you. It will affect you badly. Because when you are having the spirit of unforgiveness of your co-workers and even your boss, you cannot perform well. And then that leads to bitterness. You will be bitter. And when somebody is not happy doing what they are doing, they cannot perform well. And that is where you cannot get a quality a product or quality service given to people. Be grateful. A heart thankful will be, your heart will be full. So as the Bible says, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Let's be grateful that we can leave home and go to work. Let's be grateful that that we have a job. Let's be grateful that we can get a salary at the end of it. Let's be grateful that we can leave home and meet other people. Let's be grateful for the opportunity given to us to do that job. Because so many people are jobless, hopeless, and homeless. So let's be grateful wherever we are. Very, very important. So I just want to encourage us more to say, To have peace in to have peace is to be changed ourselves. So if you are developing yourself and motivating yourself and motivating others, you need to have peace within you. Because without peace, your mind will be troubled. Your mind will not be in what you are doing. And then you'll be troubled. And then you'll be sick as well. So let's try to have peace into ourselves, to change ourselves, our character, our behavior, and our attitude, our actions towards others. Learn to humble ourselves, because the more we humble ourselves, the more we learn from others, and the more we'll be approachable. It's very important. So we gain knowledge and use wisdom for everything. It's essential to show the evidence of your learning or what you've learned in the past for you to move on and also to implement what you've learned in your workplace. It's very good to be a learner. To be fulfilled in life, wisdom is needed. Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all our getting, we get understanding. Um, am I still okay with the time?
Yeah, you can wrap up if you want now,
Okay,
Professor.
so all
You
right.
can
So I'm going to
conclude.
wrap up now to say motivation with positive and not negative is very important. We need to be positive in whatever we are doing. Now to round it up, I will just say a few words again. There are few types of motivation. So, but we need to choose the one that is right for us and for our colleagues or our co-workers. We have incentive motivation to motivate someone to perform a task, because you can't give them everything, but you can give them an incentive or a reward for them to do more. So if you are trying to encourage them to be the best, you need to motivate them. Another thing is training. Training is very, very important. In the UK here, despite the fact that you have all the degrees, training is very, very essential. They train you constantly, every time. The train can be 6 months. After 6 months, you need to renew, you need to refresh, and they will train again. They will send you for training. So training is very important, because when people are being refreshed and knowing better what they need to do, they will not be frustrated. They will not be stressed, because they have confidence in doing what they are doing. So training is very important. How we treat ourselves is very important. Power of leadership. Yes, that will be the time you promote. You know, that is another motivation. You promote them. And when you promote them, you also empower them. You give them some responsibilities that will make them feel like, yes, they are more valuable, and they are celebrated, and they are accepted and respected. So without due respect, let me just say thank you so much for inviting me, because without motivating ourselves, having a good mentor, we will not perform well and we'll be frustrated. And when you are frustrated, you are stressed. When you are stressed, you develop depression. And depression is part of mental health issue. Thank you so much for inviting me, and God bless you.
Yeah, okay. That was a great, Dr. Professor Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, okay. It's good that you have really expounded well on the aspect of motivation and also on other areas. Okay, it's like, for example, mental health, which is, I think, very important nowadays, especially students, okay, who are now in the virtual classroom. They're so stressed with a lot of, requirements. Okay, not only that, they're also restricted to go out, okay, and mingle with people. And as future HR practitioner, I hope that they have learned a lot from you, no? One thing more is that, okay, the motivation that they are into, okay, it's not only about the extrinsic motivation,
Mm.
but they have to look into what is intrinsic and what is altruistic and giving service to people. Okay, I know you have not taken your breakfast yet. Okay, because it's too early. You take your breakfast after this. So may we request our students to if we have some questions. So far, we have great speakers today. We have one from the east and one from the west. Okay, and it's not really a very traditional speaking, but they did not use any PowerPoint. But I hope you're able to take down notes, and some of the questions will be given to you by the coordinators. So, my dear students from Rizal Technological University, let's give a big virtual round of applause to Dr. Professor Queen Elizabeth Lucas.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so much.
She's a great mentor, a life coach, and motivational speaker. She's the queen of course,
Inspiration.
inspiration and motivation in the United Kingdom. She appeared in many television shows. Okay, Factual. She has also a YouTube channel. Okay, and she goes around the globe and also speaks
She's
in
got a
a lot
book.
of profit. Yeah, she has a
She's got
book. Yes, you can. Yeah, she has a book. Yes, you can. If you would want to have a copy of that, you can just email Dr. Elizabeth, and she could give you the electronic copy of Yes, You Can. Also,
Mhm.
those who would like to become a member of her Yes, You Can International, you can also participate because in UK, being a member of her organization would cost around £999. So you convert that. So it's already very expensive. But through Lead Philippines, okay, you will get it for free. So you see, that would be a great was this gift to all the students of the Rizal Technological University. So do you have some questions so far? Okay, I think it's very clear. Okay, very, very clear. So Sir Carly, we shall now end the session and hope to see them again after next week for another sessions of this international diploma in office administration and management technology. Okay, and don't forget to accomplish all the requirements so that you'll be able to receive the okay of course there is to receive the diploma that we'll be giving you. Okay, so those who also would want to get a hard copy and medals of course of our international diploma, just get in touch with your coordinators. Okay, Sir Carly, let's now end the session. Any parting words, Sir Carly?
Okay. Thank you, Doc Mar, and thank you to our speakers, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth and Dr.
Thank you.
TS, for sharing those thoughts and information that we could use. Even us, even our dear professor, it gives us a lot of motivation to work with our students. And before we formally close or end this session, may I remind everyone, our students, to fill out the attendance form in our chat box. Professor Frenzy and Sanchez, she already posted the attendance, and you have until 3:15 to work with the attendance or to sign up with our attendance. And with that, thank you to everyone and see you on the next session.